I don't know who needs to hear this, but job search 2025 is a different ballgame. It's completely different. It's outrageous, atrocious. I don't know the word to use, but it's not like anything I've experienced before.
2025 is the hardest time to graduate. If you're about to graduate or you've just graduated, this graph shows that it's the hardest time to get a job for graduates.
We all know that the job market in the UK right now is just an absolute shambles. So for context, I've been applying for jobs since around January time. And when I tell you, I was applying literally every single day, and I was applying literally every day, and I was getting rejection after rejection after rejection.
I've been applying for jobs for over 6 months and zero responses.
Tell me why it's the hardest thing. I am getting nowhere. I'm getting interviews and getting to the final rounds, and then, they're going with someone else.
I'm looking for jobs in between Brighton and Hove, Worthing, up to Crawley, then of course directly in London. So there should be a lot of ops, right? There's not, because I've been applying to approximately about 30 to 40 jobs a day.
I don't think I can physically handle getting another email that says, "Thank you for your application. However what?
I swear these jobs are expecting you to be doing work experience by the age of 10.
So this is my 8th month of being unemployed. At this point, I don't have any sort of life. I'm not going out.
It should not take 150, 170, 200, 500 applications to get a job. That is not normal. That is not okay.
Get a job, they shout, like it's that simple. But what if the jobs don't pay? What if they barely exist? What if the whole system is rigged? Welcome to the UK job market in 2025, where working full-time doesn't cover rent, 0 hours contracts are the norm, and LinkedIn looks like a graveyard of unpaid internships and broken promises. Graduates are stuck in warehouses, skilled workers are flipping burgers, and career progression. That's a fairy tale from another era. And while the government pats itself on the back for record employment, the reality is brutal. No security, no future, and wages that vanish by the 15th of the month. Today on Brit Rants, we dive headfirst into the job market meltdown, and TikTok is flooded with people who've had enough. From overworked nurses to sidelined graduates, it's clear the system's broken, and we're the ones paying the price. So if you're sick of being told to just work harder while the rich get richer, hit subscribe and let's get into it.
2025 is the hardest time to graduate. If you're about to graduate or you've just graduated, this graph shows that it's the hardest time to get a job for graduates. As you can see here, this is 1990 and this is 2025. It is the lowest point in the last 30 years. So what that means is that it's the hardest time now for graduates to get a job. It just shows how bad the job market is right now, and I don't think this is going to recover anytime soon. So what I've decided to do is help everyone out who's struggling to get a job. Now, in my link in bio, I offer loads and loads of premium resources. It goes from CV guides to templates to LinkedIn profile guide, even like lists of resources. There's loads of stuff in there that I do normally charge for. However, I've made everything completely for free just to help you guys out because this is diabolical. So if you go to my link in bio, pick any of the resources that I give. They used to be paid, now they're completely for free. And I'm doing this generally because I want to help out, because this is unprecedented. And I've not seen a job market like this ever. And I just hope that you can use those resources just to get that extra push, to get that job, to get some stable income coming in and give you some more confidence in the job market. Now, what I'd love in return is if you could give me a follow and a comment and then just engage with this post to share it with more people that are struggling to find a job.
I'm literally in the most rantiest mood ever. So I'm let's just make a TikTok about it. So basically, I moved to Brighton about a week and a half ago. So far, I love it here, love the vibe, I'm super happy. So obviously, yeah, I'm looking for jobs in between Brighton and Hove, Worthing, up to Crawley, then of course directly in London. So there should be a lot of ops, right? There's not, because I've been applying to approximately about 30 to 40 jobs a day, so I would say close to 300 jobs I've applied to, not getting anything, or being told, oh, you don't have enough experience in this, or you don't have enough experience in that, or basically the salaries are a complete joke at this point, because I've even seen some jobs in London that are you need 4 to 5 years experience, but the most we can pay you is £28,000 a year, and I'm in London, how can you survive £28,000 a year? blows my mind.
Yep. So I am, 56 years old and I'm jobless right now. Currently looking for a job, and I want to tell you, I'm going to start posting my journey of looking for a job at 56, because it ain't freaking easy, you guys. It is not freaking easy. I have applied to probably 30, 40, somewhere between 30 and 40 positions in the last 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks. I've had several interviews, the initial interview, because in my career, you have to have like 3 interviews before they make a decision. Then you have to also take a test in between there. So I spent all day yesterday taking tests, and I have 2 more to take today. It's tiresome. It's freaking tiresome. And, at this point, I'm still waiting to hear back from every place that I've interviewed. None of them have made a decision yet, because it takes 2 to 3 weeks for them to make a decision. It's absolutely insane. It's very tiresome and very annoying. I just want you to know I'm struggling with this.
Guys, I've officially given up on my job search. Listen, in the past about month, I think I've applied for about 100 to 250 billion jobs, and guess how many interviews I got? 0. Guess how many replies I got? About 5. Guess how many of those were rejections? All of them. I don't think I can physically handle getting another email that says thank you for your application. However what? Guys, even the jobs that require no experience still rejected me. There's no hope. There's no flipping hope. But yeah, guys, I'm done. I'm wiping my hands of it. I'm leaving it down to God, because I give up until September. I give up in terms of summer jobs. I'm done. I give up. I'm done.
So this is my 8th month of being unemployed. At this point, I don't have any sort of life. I'm not going out. I'm not meeting people. I'm not going out into society and talking to people. I am finding jobs all the time. I'm spending hours upon hours filling in application forms I know won't even be considered because it's just a formality. That is the basis of this country, the fact that the whole job application thing is often a formality, and it's, all the Nepo babies that get the jobs. Sick of the fact that it's a full-time job in itself to try and find a full-time job, and I'm not even getting paid for it. Why is finding a full-time job a full-time job? So many unemployed people in this country who need a job. Are we supposed to get previous experience in the first place if no one will give us a chance? Give us a chance.
Seriously, what is the job market right now? I am just laughing at this point. I just had a phone call with a recruiter and I'm left a bit speechless, to be honest. Bear in mind, this recruiter reached out to me, as they do. I never applied for this job. She saw my experience on LinkedIn and said, do you have time for a phone call tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, sure. She asks me to tell her about the experience I have, and I have varied experience. This job was for a social media manager. I do have 5 years of experience within the marketing and social media industry. So anyway, I proceed to tell her my experience, and then she kind of cuts me off and she's like, well, this company is hiring someone with 8 years of experience, so I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think you're experienced enough. And I'm like, okay, fair enough, if somebody has 8 years experience, but you're also the one who reached out to me, and I also can't change my age. I swear these jobs are expecting you to be doing work experience by the age of 10. I literally left uni in 2023 and was doing work experience all throughout uni. Yeah. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm just gonna shamelessly do this. My name is Dana. I've been a model for about 9 years. I have a marketing degree. I also have a certification in front-end development. I can speak 2 other languages. I'm currently living in London, and I've been applying for jobs for over 6 months and zero responses. So if anyone knows anybody hiring, I'm more than happy to send my resume. But it's a tough journey out there, so if anyone's going through this, you're not alone. And that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic day.
Okay, I have been looking for a job for a few months in London. I'm from the US. I moved here. I have Irish citizenship, so I don't need a visa or anything. Tell me why it's the hardest thing. I am getting nowhere. I'm getting interviews and getting to the final rounds, and then, they're going with someone else. And I just don't know what to do. So coming on here for my London girlies, if your company is hiring, if you know of any recruiters that are looking for candidates, I'm your gal. Are there any networking events I can go to? Because experience is really good too. I work at a very established telehealth company in the US right now. It's skincare. I do product development and customer experience, so give it to me.
Jobs, or the lack of jobs, seemingly. Do you run a business of any size? Do you work in a business of any size? Do you have any idea what their hiring plans are going forward? Well, a shocking report has come out in the last 24 hours from the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, CIPD, which says that they have surveyed businesses in the UK, and hiring plans over the next 3 months by businesses are the lowest they've ever been since records began. That basically businesses are just not planning to hire anybody. And I have personal experience of this because I run a small recruitment company, and it's dead as a door now. People are just not hiring. They're sitting on their hands. They're shelving projects. They don't know whether to hire people or not to hire people. And that's because, for 2 reasons really. Firstly, they don't know where the economy is going, and they don't want to invest without having more sort of foresight and security and knowledge of where it's going. And secondly, the tax rises which came in a month or so ago, particularly employers' national insurance rises, have made it much more expensive to hire people. And so businesses are just sitting on their hands. They're not hiring people. Then we had official figures which came out this morning, which said, I believe, that employment totals across the country dropped by, I think it was 35,000. Now, that's not a massive number across the entire country, but it's an indication of the direction of travel. Employment is not going up, it's going down. At the same time, you had the figures come out on wage rises. Wages are rising at around about, I think it was 5.6 or 5.8%. Now, generally speaking, wage rises being healthy is a good thing. The problem is that that's significantly higher than inflation, and therefore what that probably means is that those wages are going to come down, or inflation is going to go up to meet it, because wage costs are an indicator of future inflation. So whereas interest rates have been coming down, inflation's been coming down, if wages stay high, then potentially inflation might go back up. So we've got a real sort of doom spiral, unfortunately. The economy is not growing, it's flatlining. Wage growth is still quite high. Inflation has come down, but might go back up again. The number of people in employment is dropping, and plans by companies to hire anybody are going down. Nobody's hiring anybody. So where exactly is economic growth going to come from? Any ideas? It ain't happening. It's damaging my business. I run a very small business, 2-man band, and it works in the IT and recruitment and technology sector, and we are struggling. I'll be completely honest with you. If you happen to run an IT company or a technology company, you're looking to hire anyone, give me a shout, because I will do you really, really good rates. We're desperate for new clients at the moment. We're desperate to find people that are hiring anyone. It's a struggle. So if you know anyone in that sector and you like me, then please give me a shout. I will do you a cracking deal just to get some business through the door. And that is the case across all of the small businesses that I know. And if that's the case across small businesses, it's probably the case across bigger businesses as well. It's not looking great. It's not looking rosy. We need to change things. These tax rises that came in have really badly damaged the economy, damaged business confidence, damaged employment. And they're not actually going to raise very much money. And it's not like they're plugging this alleged black hole, because the government have just announced, or recently the figures have come out, that borrowing for this year is going to be one of the highest in any years in living memory. It's going to be 115, 120 billion quid. So the tax rises have done bugger all. It's not looking good. Give me a call.
So I just graduated from Yale, and I'm having a tough time getting a job. I had decent grades. I had like a 3.4, 3.5, and I've applied to probably 150 places, and I don't know, I'm just not having that much success. I've been trying to figure out ways to like find what jobs like I actually would fit in at. There's a platform called Not Broke. Basically just like it does that. It just tells you like what jobs it thinks you'd like. And so I was just wondering like what people do. How do you figure out what you want to do?
To whom it may concern, I'm sat here today to let you know that I'm eager, ready, and willing to be hired. No, not willing, desperate. Desperate to be hired. You may be thinking, why are you the ideal employee? Why am I not? Why am I not? I'm stood here in my school shirt for this. Don't tell me I'm not prepared. Don't tell me I'm not willing, because I am. So you may be thinking, why am I the ideal employee? Why am I the ideal employee? Why am I not? You know, I'm a good team worker. I've done D.A.V. You know, I'm good at sorting things out. I'm good at listening, seeing, talking, listening. I'm good at thinking on my feet. I'm good at learning from the feet. I'm good at sitting on my seat. Only when required though. If you need me to stand up, I'm ready, I'm willing. Guys, I'm ready to stand up when you need me to. All I'm asking is that you give me one chance. I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm a good candidate, I'm a good employee. I'll listen to you, I'll look at you and I'll hear you. I'll hear you, I'll hear you, I'll hear you. In conclusion, please hire me because I'm ready, you know, I'm eager, I'm ready. Thank you.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but job search 2025 is a different ball game. It's completely different. It's outrageous, atrocious. I don't know the word to use, but it's not like anything I've experienced before. On top of that, I know a lot of people that are dealing with redundancies or being let go from their jobs unexpectedly. It's never easy or fun, but having that and then having the stress of needing a new job, a new income, source of income, but also it being a complete struggle. And I'm going to speak for myself, and I can say that this job market is like no other I've ever experienced. It's definitely the worst. In fact, after graduating and having zero experience, I found getting a job easier than someone that I'm hireable. I have years of experience. Yes, I'm in marketing, which we can argue is saturated, but generally speaking, it should not take 150, 170, 200, 500 applications to get a job. That is not normal. That is not okay. And the amount of time, effort, and energy spent looking for jobs is unreal. And I know I'm not alone, which is why I'll happily make this video and let you know that, yeah, we can say take accountability, update your CV, make sure you're applying for jobs that are relevant to you, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. I know that a good job seeker is going to be doing that, period. But let's talk about the fact that actually a lot of companies have not been hiring. There are a lot of job ads that are just for facades. Like, honestly, it's just to show that a business looks like they're growing. It is also a formality. Sometimes they've got someone internal and they've got internal applications that they're going to favor. And I know this sounds like someone that's going through it and they're just going to put down this whole system. But this is a systemic issue and it needs to be talked about because, like I said, so much onus gets put on someone being unemployed when actually it is diabolical out there on the job market, and it may differ from field to field, but generally speaking, I know a lot of people that have been suffering in this 2025 job market. A lot of businesses are not hiring. A lot of businesses are outsourcing for cheaper labor. let's not deny it. A lot of businesses have waited until April tax year, whether that's for budgeting, which is the usual thing. April to April is the tax year. Therefore, that's when they're going to start hiring. A lot of businesses have had hiring freezes and making cuts and redundancies. The amount of people I know alone that have been made redundant in the past year or let go in shady ways, like myself, is ridiculous. It's not okay. On top of that, it should not take 200 job applications to secure a job. It really shouldn't. And whilst we're there, why is it 4 or 5 interviews to get a job? It's not normal. This shouldn't be normalized. This shouldn't be accepted. I'm not just here to whine about it. Obviously, keep applying, keep doing you, maintain some positivity, but it is a real mental toll, as well as the stress of, having that financial insecurity and some elements of shame that comes with it, that you're not a functioning, member of society because you haven't got a job and you're paying your way and you're just using your savings or just getting by in whatever way. I'm not here for it. This job market is ridiculous. I'm by your side. Keep doing what you're doing. I think it's going to start picking up since we are out of April, and there are those facade jobs. There are things like that. There are even scams I've seen online that are just ridiculous. And unfortunately, I've also come across companies that just want to interview you because you are from a competitor and they just want to get some insight knowledge, and they may not even be hiring for that role officially. So yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes things that happened and need to be talked about. And I never really realized this until this point in my career, but it's been there all along. I just don't know if it's because it's in my forefront right now because I'm experiencing it, or if it is because also the state of the economy and the cost of living crisis is really highlighting it. Additionally, I don't think I've ever experienced so many redundancies around me, but I don't know. This is just my opinion, and I don't know who needs to hear it, but keep doing what you're doing. That job will come. I agree it shouldn't be so freaking hard to get a job.
You know what's scary? I've been seeing a lot of TikToks of people who graduated, got their masters or PhDs, and can't find a job. That is so scary. You're told to go to school, get your higher education, and you'll get a good job and whatnot, but it is insane out there. People with masters, PhDs, going to good schools, can't find a job. If you're planning on quitting your job, make sure you have a plan, because you might be out of a job for several months.
This is bad. This is very bad. It is really, really, really bad. And that is actually my experience for some time now. And I just want to express my concern. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing this, or other people are out there experiencing the same. And if this is not peculiar to me, regardless, even if this is peculiar to me, or other people are out there experiencing the same thing, something needs to be done about it. And this is about referencing, this is about referencing in the UK. I don't know if it's the same in other part of the world where they take job referencing very seriously. But I've come to the realization that after working so hard for some company, giving your best, they still find it difficult to honor the reference that they get from someone that currently wants to employ you after leaving their organization or after transitioning from their organization to another organization. Either your previous or your current employer. I don't know why they make that process very strenuous. They make it very stressful for you and frustrating. Some will not even honor it at all. Some will tell you they are not seeing the emails. Meanwhile, the person that sent the email, the organization that sent the email, they'll tell you it has been delivered, they've sent it, they've give a call back, a follow-up call. Something needs to be done about this. This is my experience. And I've been experiencing this for over a year now. I thought when I came into this country, I thought it's just, that company. But I realized it's the same all across. It's the same all across. And this has the capacity to keep people out of job. It's keeping a lot of people out of job, because when you're not getting referencing from your previous employer the new company that wants to employ you, they keep your application on hold, which is not good at all. Please, I want to know, because I think I don't know. So I want to know if all these previous companies have the responsibility to do referencing for you when you request, when you need it, or they just do it at their own will. All right, because if it is their obligation to do referencing for you, and they don't do it as I when due and when you need it, then something needs to be done about it. I'm really confused, because you're keeping a lot of people out of job. You're not giving them referencing. It's very frustrating. And this is my experience. Okay, I'm still giving them some time. I've been over this for over 2 weeks now. It's more than 2 weeks now. And, I've been sending messages, emails, and they are not doing anything. And it's really, really frustrating. On this beautiful day, someone that is able, that's ready to work, cannot go to work because he's not getting referencing from where he's supposed to get referencing, and which is very, very bad. And this is my concern. And I'm just doing this video. I hope they will get to see this video as a form of message to them before further step is going to be taken, and also to get people's point of view, people's opinion, and the right steps to take, because I don't really know the right steps right now, because this is just happening to me. I've never experienced this I don't have anybody that have experienced this around me, so I need to know, the regulations, the laws, and everything that surrounds referencing in the UK and everything that concerns it. Please, I really like your comments, your feedback, and it's going to be very helpful. Thank you. I don't want to mention any company's name right now, because I'm still giving them some opportunity to correct their wrongs, and if nothing is done about it, I'm going to be dropping names, but I hope it doesn't get to the point where I start dropping names of some companies that I've worked for over some months, over a year, and they still find it difficult giving you referencing. They don't want you to move forward. They don't want you to progress. I don't know why it is so difficult. Please drop your comment. I want to see what people will say. I want to see people's opinion and learn from it. Thank you.
We all know that the job market in the UK right now is just an absolute shambles. So for context, I've been applying for jobs since around January time, and when I tell you, I was applying literally every single day for like my dream jobs in the industry that I want to go into. At the time, I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it was, and I was applying literally every day, and I was getting rejection after rejection after rejection. I was getting places, kind of getting interviews, and then it was like, oh no, we're not going to go forward with you. And I was getting so depressed and so sad, and so I was losing hope. Basically, I was just completely losing hope in ever finding a job. This is your sign to keep at it. If you are applying for jobs and you are getting rejected left, right and centre, I know it's hard and I know it's so disheartening to keep getting rejections, but keep going. Yesterday I got a call back from my dream job that I applied for, and I got the job. And I don't have any experience necessarily working in an office in the industry that I'm wanting to go into, so I was not expecting to get this far, and yeah, I got my dream job working in central London in Covent Garden, which is my favourite part of London anyway. It's so pretty, because they believed in me and they saw potential in me. And yeah, job I had to submit a task, and when I tell you I smashed this task, and I made sure that I smashed it. I put my heart and soul into literally everything that I produced. I even went above and beyond and did an extra task just to show how enthusiastic I was for this role and how much I wanted it. The message here is to just keep going. Does not matter if you're getting rejected from all these different roles, it's just not meant to be. Just keep applying, keep going, do not give up, because it just takes that one person to believe in you and see your potential, and yeah, you're there. You've got it. Once you get your foot in the door, the world is your oyster, Sunk in yet that I actually am going to be working in central London. in a dream job of mine. Like, I just can't. I actually can't believe it. It happened to my auntie as well. She got a degree in law and she was getting rejected from every single law firm, literally every single one, and she was on the brink of giving up, and it just took one person to believe in her boss, and yeah, she's been working at this law firm and she's a solicitor now, and it's just, yeah, it's crazy how life works out. I know that it's so tough getting rejected every single time, like, I completely get it, but remember, rejection is redirection.
So here we are, in a country where working full-time still means choosing between food and rent, where opportunity is just another word for exploitation. The UK job market isn't just struggling, it's failing the very people who keep this country running. Nurses, retail workers, tradespeople, delivery drivers, we're expected to stay quiet, stay grateful, and accept less. But people are waking up. They're done being overworked and underpaid while the government gaslights us with record employment headlines and out-of-touch sound bites. The system's broken, and it's not your fault. So if you're sick of the grind, the lies, and being told to just work harder, you're not alone. Keep ranting, keep sharing, and keep pushing back. This is Brit Rants. Hit subscribe if you're ready to turn frustration into fire, and I'll see you in the next one.